It's me, Scott Lang, and I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina with the band directors at Wando High School, and this is webisode number...
20-something.
She's right, actually. Oh my goodness, I think she actually watches it. You may be the only one who watches my episodes. Anyway, we're here with Scott Rush and Lainey Radicke from Wando High School, an amazing program in Charleston, South Carolina. And you don't want to hear any more about me. You want to hear about these folks and how they do what they do. First of all, having sat through some of your rehearsals and listened to your group, how do you get that concert sound from a marching band? Tell us some of the things you're doing every day to make your band sound like they're inside on a stage.
Well, I think, first of all, the warm-up materials that we use, we do the same thing for marching band as we do for concert bands.
Okay, so what are those warm-up materials?
Well, we really believe that marching band is a concert band on the field. So they're divided into several type exercises. We'll do Remington-type exercises where we start with a great sound in the middle register and try to extend it to all registers.
So you start with the middle register?
We absolutely do. And we talk about good tone production with each of the instruments. You know, if it's brass players, we talk about using warm air, and it's all about creating resonance and ring to the sound. We have a little saying that says, "It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that ring."
Okay, say that again directly to those people. That's great.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that ring. So
you need to steal that one. So, okay, how much time do you spend in a marching band rehearsal on warm-ups and tone exercises? Give us a percentage, because it may be different times for people.
Sure. We actually spend about 15 minutes in split warm-ups. We also do a little bit of warm-up on the field as well.
So how much of a rehearsal is spent in warm-ups? 5%, 10%, 15%?
I think it depends on whether, if it's inside, we spend about 50% of rehearsal time warming up.
Well, that's what it sounded like yesterday when I was in rehearsal. It was almost half the rehearsal was spent doing Remingtons and long tones and lip slurs. So does that change from indoor to outdoor?
A little bit. If they have done the fundamental, if we've spent the fundamentals time inside that we need to, we'll abbreviate it sometime in the afternoon simply because they've already gotten a good warm-up under their belt. But in terms of the teaching, it's not, what we do inside is not just about, getting the face warmed up. It's literally a curriculum to build the various components of playing that we want to...
Okay, so and for those who don't know, Scott Rush wrote The Evolutions of a Successful Band Director and a sequel, and he's got a series of warm-ups coming out. This is an absolute how-to manual on how to be a better band director that every band director should read. But is that stuff in here? Is there a place where they can go to see what your warm-up curricula is?
Well, actually, we have a new method book coming out that I did with a friend of mine, Rich Moon, called The Habits of a Successful Musician. It's coming out next week.
Oh, wow.
And
this is an accident, not an infomercial.
Yeah, it's coming out next week. And it actually has a warm-up curriculum as well as 200 sight reading examples for full band. And it's part of what we use on a daily basis.
Okay, on a warm-up curricula, give me the common elements that have to be there. The 1, the 2, the 3. What are the 1 or 2, 3 things that have to be in every warm-up, regardless if it's a young band, an old band, whatever it is? What are the 3 things that would have to be in a warm-up?
Well, I think, first of all, the thing that I initially said, which is we believe that you start with a great sound in the middle register and you move it in different directions. And you can do that with the Remington studies. We use the whole tone scale to do that, to stretch in equal increments. Scale studies, chorales, balance and blend exercises.
So scale studies, chorales, balance and blend exercises, and
long tones and lip slurs.
Okay, so 4 things.
Yeah.
And then I noticed you do physical warm up before you actually begin to play. I watched that with the group yesterday. What physical things do you do?
We tend to stretch first, and we also do breathing exercises with them.
So you would recommend starting with the physical warm-up, then into breathing exercises, then into scale studies, whole tone scales, and chorales to talk about blend and balance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one last question, because let's be honest. For the guy who's watching or the gal who's watching this that has a 30-piece, a 40-piece, a 50-piece band that isn't Wando High School, that isn't, have the luxury of so many kids. And what was that? I think that's your bell. What would you tell them? Should they sacrifice sound quality for volume, for impact?
Absolutely not. I mean, first and foremost, it's about creating a great sound. And I do think that what a small band can do, and we do the same thing here, is we do a good daily dose of dynamic exercises. And so a lot of that's about controlling a great sound and then stretching the dynamic spectrum.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we do a lot of crescendo diminuendo studies, decrescendo, crescendo, half note, half rest type dynamic
Does the
exercises.
ability to create good sound at louder volumes evolve over a season?
It can. It really can.
So maybe in band camp you're saying a crescendo goes to mezzo forte. We've got to keep the good sound. Maybe in September it's mezzo piano to mezzo, and then in October it's But you're saying that it's got to be sound over volume.
Absolutely. And I think it can evolve and it can develop, and you can create impact with a small band. But it has to be done properly, and that happens during fundamentals time.
Okay, that's the thing I think, wrapping up, I would say that hit me the most is it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that ring, and you can create volume with a small band, but it has to happen with the fundamentals, and that's through warm-ups. So if someone wanted to ask you guys a question or get a hold of you to talk to you, how would they do that? What's the best way to reach you two here at the Wando Band Room? Is it email? Is it?
Yeah, probably email. Yeah, my email address is bands@wandohigh.com.
bands@wandohigh.com, and
Mine is easiest to find on the website.
Okay,
It's really long.
Lainey Radicke. And so, anyway, I want to thank you guys not only for your time today, but for what you do for the profession and what you do for your kids, because certainly the bands at Wando High School are raising the bar for everyone, and we appreciate all that you do. And that concludes it for webisode number
20-something.
20-something. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.